Hello and welcome. You're listening to a Chaos and Chaos podcast. I don't know. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Laura.
Welcome to
welcome.
the podcast that has basically no structure, and I drive Laura insane with the lack of structure that I want for this podcast.
I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a me thing, but right now you're obviously like in the dark, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not.
But, like,
I'm not in the dark.
I know
it's my
you
camera.
are. I know, but in my brain I'm like, what the fuck? But it's like, it doesn't even fucking matter, so I need to calm the fuck down.
I don't know why my camera is doing this. Like, there's plenty of light in here.
At least.
But then I only have one light bulb screwed in on the ceiling light. Because I'm in the living room. And if I screw in a second one, it's too bright and I get washed out. But if I have just the one screwed in, for some reason, my laptop makes it look like I'm in the dark, but I'm not. And I gotta get a new camera at some point, but it works for now.
It definitely works. But so much, no structure, none of that.
Yeah, no, so this is where I drive Laura insane with the lack of structure to this podcast, because it's meant to be fun and not stressful, but it stresses her out anyway.
Again, that's on me. My bad.
Nah, there's no my bad about it. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh goodness. But I've been literally thinking about this all day, like recording today. I've been so excited. And I even had some help from my coworkers on just wondering about the topic and
yeah,
that I'm doing. So it's been hilarious.
I heard a meow.
I was supposed to say, I left the door open.
I think that was a meow.
It was a very big meow. I heard it.
I was gonna say that was like one of our little boys meow, like when he's trying to get attention, like meow.
I know, and I was like, I even left the door open for you, buddy. So he
had to announce himself to the podcast.
He's like,
hello,
you're literally talking to a piece of metal. Don't be crazy. I'll talk to you too.
Yeah, he's like, hello, I'm here. I am Prince Henry.
Me. He is.
Pay attention to me. Well, Prince running around here too, prancing around, screaming at the top of his lungs.
Henry is usually pretty quiet. Harley's the one that will continuously scream at me some days just because she either wants more love or wants something or just needs to scream about her life, which I totally get. But please stop.
Yeah, Rudo is the super talkative one. She'll just speak to you at a random time. She'll just start meowing at you. She's just like, yeah, hey, what's up? You know, if she wants something, if she wants you to get up and follow her to what she wants because she needs you to give it to her, she'll do that. She'll sit there and she'll pace back and forth and she'll meow at me until I get up and I follow her. She wakes me up in the morning. She's very talkative, very needy. Little boy is not as talkative. He's talkative. So it's funny how, like, they say, like, cats don't usually meow at each other, to communicate. Yeah, he does. He meows at his sister. It means I'm going to attack you.
It's a warning call, I see.
When he's about to, like, pounce on her, like, you can see it too because, like, his, like, posture is in that, like, we're about to go down. Like, we're about to fight. Like, it's about to happen. And he'll start meowing at his sister to, like it's like a warning. And then the only other times he really meows is occasionally when I'm getting food ready. He learned that from his sister.
Yeah.
And when he wants to play, he'll run around. We call it his battle cry, and he'll meow at the top of his lungs, and he'll just do it like meow, 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 like just like until someone plays with him or he finds something to entertain himself, and it's hilarious in my opinion. Like I think it's hilarious and adorable.
That is hilarious.
I love it.
Though.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's listening to you right now as you try to attempt his he usually cry, and he's like, "This bitch is doing it all wrong."
When he's out meowing, if I hear him doing it, I will do it back to him, and he'll usually come running to me if I do it back to him. Because he's like, "Wait, I'm sorry, you heard the cry? Like, what? Hi, hello, let's play. Like, give me attention." Like, yeah.
Cats are hilarious.
I love him. He's adorable. I love my cat.
I brought a cookie to eat, by the way.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't care if people want to take it as ASMR or if people want to take it as disgusting, but either way, they be taking it. So.
As long as I can't hear you chewing, I don't give a fuck. I'm not into that. I am not into that. I cannot stand the sound of chewing. I mean, it's not to the point where, like, I can't be around other people when they eat.
Right.
Just, like, when I can really hear it, I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. My weird thing is I cannot stand, and Nick does this, and it's not his fault, and it's not his fault. Like, he has, like, actively been trying to be aware of it, but I just have this visceral reaction to gulping noises, and he gulps really loudly when he drinks, and I cannot stand it, and I love him to death. And I've expressed to him, like, how much it bothers me, and he's aware of it, and he's, like, literally looked up ways to drink quieter, to, like, stop.
Oh, that is so sweet,
so, like,
though.
He's putting in the effort, but, like, I cannot stand it when he, like, gulps, and I can hear, like, first thing in the morning,
please.
or at night, like, when he drinks, he just gulps, and I'm like, I can't, like, I need you. Just stop.
Oh gosh. Knock it off. I don't think I mind that one much.
I don't know why. It was like random. Honestly, it's not something that's bugged me my whole life. It's something that just like started one day.
Like you noticed all of a sudden.
One day.
Like, oh.
Yeah. I just noticed, like, I was sitting next to him and I just noticed, like, it just, like, I just tuned in to, like, hearing him, like, gulping his drink, and I just, like, I'm like, oh, I don't like that noise.
Like, I think I am actually not a fan. I have to go pass.
Yeah.
You should go in the other room when you do that nonsense.
There are times where I straight up will plug my ears while I would. He still does it. Like, there's like, straight up, I will, like, plug my ears if it bugs me that much, but I can sit through it, like, but there are times where I straight up have to, like, plug my ears and, like, not listen to it. It's so weird, too. It's so weird. It just came out of nowhere today. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why is this me? What?
Yeah. I was like, I don't understand.
That's honestly kind of hilarious. And it's, like, kind of a topic I'm doing today, so it's kind of funny. But I did want to also add that one time I was working at this residential, and I was sitting there and I was eating my snack or whatever, and I was eating carrots, but she was having a conversation about how she hates hearing people chew, and then gave me a side eye, and I'm like, there's no way to quietly eat a motherfucking carrot. My mouth be closed this whole time.
Sorry, can't. Like, that was actually hard to eat quietly. I'm like, sorry.
I don't know what to do about it, but
it's a crunchy food.
I literally ate like one more, and I was like too panicked on the inside, and I just put it away. Like, I can't. And it was obviously quiet in the space because all the kids that we were working with were sleeping. So I'm like, literally all you hear is me honk.
Yep. Just. Yep. Yep. Oh god, that's great. Oh man. The joys of things that, like, randomly disturb us for
For
no
real.
reason. Like, just the random things. Like, I don't. Oh, man. All right, Laura, what'd you bring to the table for us?
You're, like I said, you're kind of there. Cause what?
Well, fully bring us there. Like, what?
We are here to talk about.
Let's do it. Let's just do it.
Yeah, it's our.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember you mentioning things about icks in a message. Yes.
And I also am excited to do this episode because I know how much you are going to hate it.
Why do you want to torment me? This is what the fuck? What did I ever do to you?
It was just so funny the last time we were talking about this when we were just brainstorming ideas, and it's just hilarious to me. Sorry. So sorry. So I do have a list of them. I don't know if I will go through all of them in great detail. Some of them I might, some of them I might not. But the first one, Kaylee has heard this story, but I have a teacher in elementary school who was a pretty attractive teacher. And I mean, I was like in 6th grade, and I mean, like, he was alright, and he was nice and a great teacher. But every time he would talk, he removed her headphones.
I can still hear you, don't worry.
Every time he talked, he would get like white spit built up in the corner of his mouth, and then they would slowly travel down his lips, and every time he would talk, it would like move with him in like this giant like goopy line, and it like, I had to have him as a teacher for a whole year, and like I said, great teacher, great person. That, I haven't seen him in fucking 15 years, and I still am tortured. So, big ick for me.
Why she started laughing suddenly when she started talking about it is because I took the headphone off of my ears.
You did indeed. That really cracked me up.
Oh god, I was like, you know what? I've heard this one. I don't need to listen to. It's just, alright, yeah, that one is gross. I mean, it's not his fault.
I know.
It happens.
But like, how do you not fucking feel that?
But like, there are times where when like, I notice that happening to someone, conversation, I'm like, don't react. Don't just react. Just let it go. Just
take a deep breath. Don't look at their mouth. Look at their eyes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And feel free while we're here to spit out some of your own other icks that you might have that might feel like
definitely
triggered while you're here.
Right? You're triggering me right now.
Exactly. So I'm here for it. The next one on my list is, I guess, like, spitting in general is gross to me, but specifically when someone is like hucking a loogie.
Oh yeah, that shit's
literally
gross.
I literally,
like,
it gives
so
me
gross.
Chills, and it makes me want to gag. And I am like so lucky that Mark doesn't do that. Like,
same. Nick doesn't do that, thankfully. I can't stand that. It's so gross. I can't.
Like, what are you doing? That's disgusting. And you're in public. Yep. What are you doing? And you're leaving your nasty ass snot spit all over the ground for people to step in, you motherfuckers.
I know, whenever I like spit outside, I always like try to spit in the grass or something.
Yeah.
Like, not like on the cement or whatever. Like, if I don't have a choice, then I will, but like, that's only if I absolutely need to like spit in the moment. Otherwise,
sometimes it is a need.
Yeah, but otherwise, I try to like, oh, the baby!
Yeah, I have to put him on my lap because he won't stop bugging me, which means he wants to be on my lap, but he doesn't want to jump on my lap, so I had to go get him.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
He's so cute. Oh, goodness. I love it.
Oh,
my cats are not in the room with me. One's sleeping in her basket on top of the refrigerator, which I have to put her up there. She will sit there and meow and cry until I come out and put her up there. And then he was running around being crazy, but I don't know where he is now.
Hopefully asleep somewhere.
That's the hopes and dreams. That's the hopes and dreams. Yeah.
I was just thinking, we named our podcast Chaos and Chaos, but it's fucking chaos and cats at this point.
I mean, basically, you know.
Because
we haven't technically gone live yet. We could do a quick change. Oh, gosh.
For real, though. Oh, God, for real. You're so cute. You're gonna be famous. Yeah, we're talking about all of you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you got the cutest face. I feel like another ick of mine is... I'm trying to choose which one I want to do. Because I like a lot of them.
They're your icks, but you like them. Okay.
I like talking about them. I don't know. I like my ideas, I guess. I feel like I'm a genius. No, just kidding. One of them that isn't body related that's kind of an ick of mine is like bad grammar. Like if you're texting me and I barely know what you're fucking saying or you don't use any kind of punctuation, I overthink way too much for that shit. I need to know what you're saying and it needs to be clear. Otherwise, I will take it 90 different fucking ways. And also, you're a fucking adult. Get it together.
To be fair, not everybody is very good at it because sometimes the education system does fail us in making sure we properly learn how to do things. I'm talking
about people that I know can be normal.
I feel like by the time you get to a certain point, you should at least put in the effort to try and better it, you know, so people can understand what you're saying and what you're trying to get across. But yeah, I understand because there are times where I'm like, what? What are you trying to say to me? What are you trying to say to me? Can you try that again?
And I think the whole thing might stem from my first boyfriend. I was 13 or 14.
Drama!
But I was very nervous because it's my first fucking boyfriend. And he sent me a text that said, "Can I call you baby?" He had no punctuation in it, so I thought he meant the name baby. And I said, yeah, sure. And then he fucking called me. And for those who know me, knows I am not someone you just randomly fucking call, bro. Even when I was a teenager. Leave me alone. Straight panic.
Laura don't do good on the phone.
Straight panic. Did I answer it? Yes. Was it awkward? Yes. So.
Oh, God.
Use punctuation, people, please.
Right, noted. Whenever you talk to Laura, make sure you're using your punctuation. Important.
Otherwise, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna freak out. Just saying.
Oh my God, that's great. I love it.
Moving on now. A grammar check. Is it everybody loves Raymond? Whoever plays the main Raymond guy, he got that really, really like nasally voice. Ick. Straight up, you got the world's longest, stuffiest nose, and I'm not about it. And I feel like I have to clear my throat when I watch that show, and the whole time I got post-nasal drip just from watching.
Oh God. Yep. I mean, hey, I do get it. I do. I didn't like that show, so I never really watched it. I know of the show and I know of the character, but I never watched it because I don't.
Yes.
I didn't like his voice
things,
either.
But I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names.
Oh,
I think his real name is Raymond too, but I don't know.
Probably. I have no clue. But I also did not like his voice. And that's part of the reason why I didn't like the show, but also the show was just boring.
Yeah.
And I wasn't into it. So I get what you're saying though. Sometimes, and I get that some people can't control it. It's their voice. But there are times where some voices are a bit,
not some people's
Less-
favorite.
Yeah, less tolerable to the ear. I was about to say less palatable to the ear, which I
You're
guess
hilarious.
could still work. Oh
Oh,
gosh.
goodness. It's so funny. You're doing what I used to do in our last podcast. Is like, I mean, we both did it. We kind of like, I don't know, danced around, not wanting to hurt anybody's feelings. But here we have decided we be joking, we be having a good time.
I mean, I still want to make sure people understand that, like, I don't mean this in, like, a judgy, like, oh my god way. Like, it's more so like, I understand some people can't control it, but, like, it does bother some people.
You're like, la 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 la, but it bothers us.
Like, I don't want anyone to think we're judging them, because we're not.
We kind of
But,
are,
like,
but you know.
Kinda.
Our funsies.
Listen, we don't mean
Literally-
it in, like...
Literally, it's a comedian's entire job to make jokes around
Are we comedians
everything.
now?
No, but like, a joke is a joke. You know?
No, I
It's
know,
a comedian's
I know.
whole job and they get paid for it and nobody
Did you
hits
see
on
what
them.
I did there? It was a joke. Oh,
I
we're
think it
comedians
wasn't a
now?
great one. You need to probably work on that.
You need to work on it. Gosh.
Actually, I think I'm pretty fucking hilarious most of the time. I'm a fucking idiot, but hilarious about it.
We're both fucking idiots. What are you talking about? Oh
You're
my
right.
gosh.
Oh gosh, are you thinking of any icks that are coming to mind?
I mean, you're saying a lot of the same icks that I got. Like, I'm trying to think of other ones, but there are no major ones coming to mind that, like,
Yeah.
again, you haven't said.
I know, I've been thinking
So,
about
like-
this like all day, so.
I was gonna say, I have been thinking about this all day because I try not to think about my icks. Because, and I don't want to think about them.
Well, I had a whole brainstorming session at work with 2 other coworkers, so we really thought about them.
Fucking clearly.
And I wrote down the ones that I agreed with, so it's
Oh,
hilarious.
that's great. I love it.
I love the people I work with, so it's hilarious. We can literally talk about anything.
Do you have any other icks?
Maybe another 2 more that I deem worthy. The other ones were just brainstorming ones that I agreed with, but I don't know. Bye, bitch. But be nice about it. Jeez. He doesn't know how to put his nails away, literally ever. He just walks, click, and he all just fucking, like, what are you just took Nala's whole job. Put those things.
Hey, someone's gotta fill in the shoes. Someone's gotta do it. He's willing to take the reins and be the clickety-clackety in the background.
On my leg, though, bro. On my leg. Yeah, you eat that spider.
Mm-hmm. Good protein.
Protein, good. Yum.
Yum.
I would say is, I mean, getting any names in general, but the ones I hate the worst is getting called hun or sweetie by people, especially, I barely know, especially obviously men.
Okay, I was gonna say, for me specifically, it's when men do it. Because
Yeah.
I don't care if a woman calls me
No,
hun,
it's
because
more
I call
Hearing.
like people hun, and
Yeah. But men, and especially when I barely know you, ugh.
I also typically like pick and choose the situations in which I will call someone hun, but like, yeah, I'm not too big on when a man calls me hun, especially if I don't know him. I'm like,
hun, sweetie, don't fucking call me that, especially since the only person who can call me sweetie is my dad, and nobody's touching that one. And it's
Right.
gross from anybody else, so.
See, I in general don't like being called baby. Like, I don't know, there's just something about being called baby that's like, I'm not a baby. Like, I know you're trying to like be endearing, but like, it's not endearing to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind that one as much, but I can understand not liking it for sure.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's like strangers that call
Oh,
me
yeah.
that. I'm like, I already don't necessarily care for that one, but like,
And then
I
also,
don't know you.
You're just straight up creepy now.
Oh, now I feel weird.
So, message to any guys out there: don't do the ick.
Don't do it.
Don't do the ick.
Don't call us hun or baby.
We need to have like a dance, and instead of like the Monster Mash, it's called the ick. I don't know.
The ick.
Well, I think that is definitely happening. We're gonna do a dance called the
That's
ick,
great.
so stay tuned.
That's great. Oh god, I love it. Oh god, eventually there will be videos to go along with this for people to watch.
And hopefully one of them will be the ick.
Hopefully.
I'm a writer. It's a writer downer, so
It's a writer downer. Oh, I love it. It's a writer downer.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like HCI style.
Oh god, yep. HCI style. That's great. Any other icks for us, Laura?
Yes, the last one. The rest are, I feel like, kind of common, so I don't feel like talking about them. But this next one, I feel like only might pertain to me. And this can go to men or women. In friendship or relationship ways. But I'm going to explain it more in a story, because I feel like, I don't know. But I worked at the residential, and we had a new staff member come in. And she came in like she owned the place, and she was just like instantly comfortable and instantly like best friends with everybody. And I feel like you're a psychopath if you can get comfortable just like that. Literal psychopath. So, ugh. And I'm a little scared of you. You got something broken in there.
I love it. I love it.
Like,
oh,
take
God.
a second. Don't like, whoa, I don't even fucking know you.
Just fit right in, no matter the situation. I don't get it. I
might just be trying too hard.
Time to get used to any new situation and or to like adapt into a group that's new. So like I personally don't understand that, but yeah, some people are just like boom, like friends with everyone, like immediately like, yep, nope, I've been here like for the past 10 years.
Job though, when you're like supposed to be getting in there and like learning and like blah blah blah, and she was just like, "What's up?" I'm here, and I was just friends with everyone, and like I'm just like, "You're part crazy, aren't you?" Turns out she's actually very nice, so bummer.
Well, yeah,
me, but I mean, she still has that background. Questionable.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
I hope she doesn't hear this, because I guess she might not know who she is. I don't know.
I love it. She might not know who she is. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, so those are all my icks that are worthy enough to talk about. That I have deemed worthy enough. They're all actually worthy, but you know.
Freaking icks.
Freaking icks. Do the ick.
We all got those things
the ick.
that bother us. And that's okay. We've all got those things. We're human. It happens.
I literally make the craziest facial expressions because I'm a very expressionate individual, and I feel like
yep,
that's my own ick about myself. So, so there you guys go. Just so you have that, so you feel better about yourself.
Oh God. Sorry for dissing you this whole time. Let me diss myself real quick. All right, and we're back.
We're even.
All right. So I did not bring anything to the table this week. And that's okay, because again, the whole point of this podcast is like, we can or we can't. it doesn't fucking matter. Which is part of the reason it drives Laura insane, but it's good for her to like let her brain like not have to like structure everything. It's okay. So I didn't bring anything to the table, but I was sitting here thinking about while you were discussing your fucking icks, especially some real icky icks.
Tuning it out in the process.
I'm like over here like, what am I gonna talk about? Like, what am I gonna like, what's gonna happen like when it gets to my turn? I'm like, I don't know. What do I want to talk about? So we're gonna talk about horror movies because Nick and I went to the theaters last night for date night. We went and did a little date night. For those who do not know yet, quick background, I'm married. Been married for 2.5 years. Well, we got married in 2020. The wedding celebration last year always throws me off.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
We've been married for like almost 3 years. We've been together for like almost 10 years. But we went on a date night last night and we went to the movies and we got some pizza beforehand because there's like there's a Auto Pizza and they got like artisan pizza, like real good pizza. And can I just say, my new favorite type of pizza is spicy pulled pork and mango.
What the fuck?
I said the same thing. I was like, interesting. You guys did mayo. Listen, they had a pizza one time that had like pear on it, and it's fucking good, okay? I don't care what anybody says. It's good.
Literally,
I like the idea.
Anything but go fuck yourself.
I like the idea of, trying something. Like, I like that, like, sweetness that fruit gives to that, like,
I get
that savoriness that pizza usually has, and
Absolutely.
They don't like, load it with sauce or anything like that, so it's not like overwhelming with other flavors. But yeah, no, I discovered their like pulled pork mango one and I was like, ooh, can we put the spicy pulled pork on there with the mango? That sounds wonderful. And it is because like you get that nice spicy pulled pork and then you get like a nice like calming bite of mango. It's delicious. Fucking wonderful. Anyways, I digress. ADHD. My meds wore off hours ago.
We're on pure Kaylee time.
Exactly. The meds wore off around 2:00. It's 7. We are unmedicated. But we went and saw Smile last night. And I haven't been traumatized by a horror movie in such a long time. Like, I love horror movies. Like, I really love them, but it takes a lot for me to really be drawn in and to, like, really freak me out. Like, especially when they're psychological and they're meant to be more psychological.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm gonna give spoilers if you don't care if I give spoilers to this movie.
No, I don't. I've seen it. I've seen it with Mark,
okay.
too.
Oh,
yes.
Goodness. Great.
Oh,
so
yes.
we can discuss this. So
Mark loves horror movies, and I get dragged.
If you're listening and you have any plans to see Smile, don't fucking listen to this right now. Like, don't listen to me right now. Don't listen to this segment. Fucking leave. Come back later. Come back later after you've watched it. If you don't want spoilers, like, this movie. All right, I'm going to begin talking about it now. This fucking movie, like, had us fucked up, like, when we were watching it. Because, like, especially in the theater, like, and we were alone in the theater, like, there was no one else there with us, which is always the best, because we could actually, like, talk, too, when there's nobody around. Like, we can be like, what the fuck? Like, so many moments. Can I just skip to the end real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Where you think she has burned that cabin down and she's gone back to her ex and she's like, dude, I just need to fucking sleep. Like, can I just sleep for like a little bit and you watch over me? And you're like, yeah, girl, you get some fucking sleep. Like,
I thought it was like happy ending, so
sleep.
beautiful.
But
damn
when
right,
like when she was sitting there talking to him, it hit me. I was like,
he's the Mark.
Is this real? Because throughout the movie, there's moments where there's things happening, but they're not actually happening. She's like passed out or something.
Mhm.
And literally the moment he says, "I'll stay with you forever," I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
We were both like, no.
No.
And just the moment she like comes to back in the old house, I'm like, yo,
Also, that
y'all
giant,
fucking, oh my god,
that giant titties out woman, terrifying, fucking terrifying.
when she suddenly grew really fucking tall, I was like, oh god, oh no.
Why does it make it worse that she's naked? But it does.
She was like in a tank top and like underwear. But practically naked.
I think I'm combining two movies that had the same kind of gross female giant.
Yeah, you must have been, because there were no tits out. She was very skinny.
I am definitely thinking of, but I did hate that character, because
yes,
the giant person is terrifying.
She gets very big, and it's creepy and terrifying, and the look on her face, like the face is just terrifying. But like the whole movie just had me fucked up. Like, I'm like, y'all, what is happening? I'm like, I have not been this intrigued by a movie in so long. It was so well done, too. It was very well done. And I don't know if you guys have watched The Boys at all. It's a show on Amazon Prime.
Oh, definitely not if it's a show.
Like a superhero knockoff show. Like, they're making fun of like your stereotypical like superheroes. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood, gore, and violence. Like it's
in a
like
funny way?
I mean extremely fucking graphic. Like you see bodies exploding. Like obviously they're not real, but like it's graphic. But it's very funny because they are very much making fun of our society as a whole. And like when you see like what the main like bad guy who's actually a superhero is very clearly like basically they're making a mockery of like Superman and like the concept of him being this super all-powerful being and like blah 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 and like getting away with everything because they're heroes, and just like it's so fucked, and it's really good. Like, but just be warned, it is very
super graphic. Now, is it graphic in a visual way, or does it do sounds too? The sounds I can't do very well.
There definitely can be sounds.
Those are, I plug my ears for
not
those. And
super bad. It's not like super bad. I haven't noticed it be super bad. But visually more than I'd say audio. But it's definitely graphic. But it's on Amazon Prime. Check it out. It's on the Prime. Yeah, it's
like a good time for more.
It's really good. Nick's definitely way more into it than I am. It is good. It gets a bit too intense sometimes to my liking. But it's a bit, like I said, it gets graphic. Like, I can only handle a few episodes at a time, because they also do a very intense, like, the show just in general gets very intense.
I need so an airy.
Yeah, so I like to break it up. I can't binge that show just because it gets really heavy. And a lot happens in each episode because they are long episodes. So like hour-long episodes, basically. So a lot happens. So like I can't watch a lot at a time of that show because just it gets super fucking heavy and intense and graphic. But yeah, I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. I'm sure Mark will also especially enjoy it. So give it a watch because it's actually really good. I was going to ask though, what like are some of your favorite horror movies and or movies that have truly traumatized you in your life? And it doesn't even have to be horror specifically. It can be like more suspenseful or like psychological thriller, like, I mean, and you can think on it, you know, but like, what's because the power of editing, they don't have to be there for the thinking time. If there's silence for a moment. And so you can look up movies to remind yourself, because I'm the same way.
Oh, it's a new movie as well. It's called Barbarian. It has Justin Long in it, and I don't think anybody else. Bill Skarsgård, who plays.
I have not seen this, but I feel like I have heard of it.
My brain.
I'll have to watch it. It's on HBO Max, it's a new one. I'll have to watch it.
It is literally just terrifying. So I'll give a gist. We'll try not to spoil.
You have your warning now of possible spoilers for the movie Barbarian. You have been warned. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear.
Yes. There's this woman who does like an Airbnb type thing. She's like renting a house for a few days or whatever because she's doing a work thing. And it's like this like starts as this like cute possible rom-com where it's like she has rented it, but when she gets there, oh no, someone else has rented it too. And they're like a boy and a girl and ooh. But she's like real cautious about it. She's like,
as you should be, yeah.
And I'm supposed to be here and you're not. So she's very cautious about it, which I can very much appreciate. She just end up trapped. I guess the boy gets ended up like kind of trapped in the basement, and there's this weird secret passageway, and so she goes to find him, and dude, some fucked up shit is down there, and that includes that extra giant woman who's really messed up with the tits out all the time, and she's just crazy.
The lady, because I looked up Barbarian movie because I was like, what is the movie? And I can see a picture of the woman's face, and she looks creepy. Well, terrifying. Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And the stuff that she does with them is like creepy and terrifying and sad all at the same time. And it's like just is not what I was expecting at all. And then there's the Justin Long component, and I've never seen Justin Long as a character who's an asshole, but this guy was big icks all around. So
he's a really good actor.
He did a really good job because I've never seen him in a role like that. So I was like very surprised, but he did it really well. So I do recommend that one as well, as long as you're okay.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot one of these days. Up, lady. When we're feeling a horror movie. Oh, look at little Henry. I know, right? Like just that reaction.
I was like, what are you getting into?
Story of my life.
You remember my plants. Come on.
But that sounds terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Can't do movies with underground things and tunnels.
It gives me the chills.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
And monsters in them.
I watched
incestual
a movie
monsters
recently because I like to scroll through Hulu and Netflix and everything and just like find random movies to watch, especially ones that maybe Nick wouldn't be interested in, like when I'm alone, like so I'll like watch them. And I watched one called The Amish Witch, which was very interesting. So it was, I don't know if it's actually based on a true story, but they set it up like it's based on a true story.
Right.
So, like, don't know. And then, again, warning for possible spoilers, because I'm probably going to spoil shit, because, like, I don't really care. But it's basically about these sisters who are being haunted by one of their family members who dies, and she's known as a bruja, which they are in one of the like most strict Amish communities, like very closed off, no technology, like they are not allowed to get in there with like cameras and things like that. Like they really frown upon it. But the brujas tend to get excommunicated from the group, and they're usually isolated away from everybody else around. Like nobody talks to them, and they only go to them in secret because the Brujas are
You
like
answered my question. I was
healers.
like, what are
Yes.
Brujas? Wait a
A
second.
witch. It's a
Okay.
witch. That
Okay.
is the word for witch. And they're literally just healers, but you know, their ways are seen as ungodly.
Hmm.
You know. You know the age old tale.
Oh, yes.
But like she ends up dying and they end up getting like haunted by her, and there's a camera crew that has come in to talk to the women of this community, and they end up trying to help the girls figure out like what's fucking with them and what's happening, because like there's a bunch of haunting shit, paranormal shit going on, and it gets fucking creepy and scary, and a lot of people die. And it's just, it has a really interesting end where like the Bruja, there's like a spirit that's attacking them, and it's like the Bruja's spirit, something like that. I don't fucking know. I
A witch ghost? You really should be fucking like, scared, because
it's one of those kind of things.
Double
But
powers.
it like, they're all like, one of the sisters dies, and she later gets spotted by one of the sisters who escapes and has survived, and she escapes like the Amish community and everything, and one of the sisters that died gets spotted out in public, like outside of the community, and she's all like, I was there the day that bitch got buried. What you on about? And it turns out this spirit like possesses people who are already dead and will like act as them and will come out as them. Like they take over and they're them. And because there's like a whole thing where one of the sisters in the movie, they're like, who is she? She came out of nowhere and she's dead. There's a reveal that she's actually dead. She was not alive, and the Bruja spirit was like controlling her.
You're mine now.
And it was a very interesting movie. Again, they set it up like it's based on a true story, but I was like, I don't know if this is really a true story. Like, I actually haven't like looked it up. Amish witches. It says the true story of Holmes County.
Dang. When it's true stories.
Okay, it's not. No, it's not. It says, even though the title states it's a true story, it isn't. I had a feeling. Because,
how can you do that?
I don't fucking know. You can lie about anything. You can say whatever you want. It's freedom of speech, baby. You can call something whatever you want. But, yeah, I was gonna say, because, like, in it, like, they're very clearly acting. Like, they're not doing it badly, but you can tell that this is not like an actual documentary. Like,
well, I don't think it's like a documentary, but a true story still means like it's based off of a true story.
No, I know, and I thought so, and I was like, okay, so this must be like based on a true story, because they still set it up like it's actually a legit camera crew following around this group of people. But then you notice the acting, you notice there's actual acting happening, and then you're sitting there thinking, all right, well, maybe it's based on a true story, and I was like, I don't think this is based on a true story.
No, it was just like a cool, like, directive choice.
It was a very interesting directive choice. It wasn't bad. It was a pretty good movie. It was very unexpected. Didn't expect it to go in the, like, paranormal possession route that it went.
Right. When you think of Amish witches, you don't think it's
I didn't think it was going to go that route. I didn't think we were going like super paranormal, because it's very much a paranormal movie.
I can't believe you watch horror movies alone.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I used to watch, when I was a kid, I used to watch Halloween and all that stuff by myself. Like,
I started watching the show Daredevil. It's a great show, but it's just a little too intense and a little too much killing for me, and I just had to stop watching it because I couldn't watch it alone. Not because I'm scared, just because I'm like, it's too intense and there's nobody else here to lighten the mood.
Oh no, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'll watch that shit all by myself. Excuse you, sir. Being loud.
Yeah, do what Henry's doing and go sleep in a pile of sweatshirts.
Running
Hey,
around.
that's right.
He's running around. Daruki's running around.
Crazy boy. It's so funny we talk about how much of I try to be a structured person as I am sitting next to a chore chart that I am making for Mark and I for days of the week and what chores we go on, and I'm make it as in like we're children, like the children I used to work with, where it says not done, done, and it's like going to be velcroed and you move it over when it's done, so you feel also that feeling of I finished something. So that's us. I'm not like that everywhere. Just like
No. She didn't just say that she's literally making a chore chart with literal Velcro things that you move to like get that satisfaction. No. She doesn't do that with everything. No. Just simple little things like making like a complex little like fucking chore. Like that was a pretty like intense looking chore chart you just had made up there.
I made it on Canva, okay? At work during my lunch break.
A lot of effort
their
in
Canva. I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I laminated all of it. And then
I was gonna say it's cool laminated. You laminated it. I was like, you literally laminated it. Tell people why I have forced her to do an unstructured podcast with me. She needs lack of structure in her life. I know for a lot of people it's you need structure. I need structure in my life. Don't get me wrong. This bitch needs less structure in her life. She's too stressed out.
No, this helps me be less stressed out. You don't get it. It's like no, but I think I'm like a chaotic neutral because I'll do stuff like that where it's like kind of a little bit extra, but then I last minute chopped down all of my pot plants, and I didn't know where I was going to hang them up because usually I was hanging them up in my basement, but that was at the other house and we can't use our basement right now. And so I literally found command hooks and I put them on my office wall, and then I tied and taped floss across it, and that's what my plants are hanging on right now to dry. So it's like...
Sounds like a stoner who got creative.
I prepare for a lot of things, but I also am not. So, I think it's smart, and I don't think stoner. I think I've been watching one too many like camping shows with my dad growing up, and they say floss is real strong.
I mean, you are also a stoner, so sometimes you sit there and you come up with a sudden idea of like, hey, I'm going to chop my plants down. Shit, I don't have the things I need to properly hang it. And then your stoner mind suddenly goes, oh, I got this. My dad and I have been watching a lot of these shows. Oh. I can construct something. I can do this. And then you fucking come up with things like command hooks and floss. Tell me I'm wrong. You
might
can't.
Be.
Exactly.
You might be dancing with the truth, possibly.
Exactly. Fucking got yourself into a situation where you were like, ooh, I'm gonna chop my plants. Ooh, I don't got the things I need. Ooh, let's do this. What do we got around the house? Oh, yeah. God. That's great. That's fucking great.
And it has stayed for weeks, because I also had my dad's plants on these too, before mine. So it's like, it has been great. So it's like, my stoner ideas, really? So.
Hey, they're not necessarily bad. I mean, sometimes they're bad.
Sometimes they're
just dumb. but sometimes they work out and they're perfect. And it's like, wow, I'm a genius.
Yeah, and I'll probably roll the dice every time. I don't care.
Exactly. I will. I'll roll the fucking dice. I don't give a shit. I'll take the chance. You know what? If it works out, fucking great. If not, then we try again.
And, we'll
formulate. And if it really doesn't work out, then we go to the store and we get the right things that we actually fucking need and we do it the right way. But that's after we fail a few times at doing it ourselves.
And then I'll be like, Mark, babe. Help me.
Oh god, that's great. And I when in doubt, just be like, hey, can you help me? Like, honey. Oh, love of my life. I'm
Please.
struggling.
It's kind of like I see like reels or whatever or TikToks about like, when I'm home alone and they're like moving this giant bookshelf up some stairs, and then when my husband's here and it's just like this little thing, they're like, babe, can you please help me with it?
Yep.
And I'm like, that is so me, because I have done both of those things.
Early yesterday, we went to the Asian grocer to get some things, and I was holding the basket because he went to grab one last thing that he forgot, and he came back, and I was standing there holding the basket, and I just look at him and go, can you take this? It's too heavy. I'm weak. I can't do it. And he just looks at me and he's like, what are you talking about? He takes it and he's like, what is this? And I'm like,
what is this?
I'm like,
my
I'm so
arms
weak.
are feeling like Jello today.
Can't do it. Yeah, I love it. It's like, I don't know. Just something switches and it's like, listen, I know I'm a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, but like, I need you right now. So can
so please.
you do this for me? Because like, I don't want to do it, or I'm struggling and I need your help. But I don't want to admit defeat fully. So like,
so
yeah.
meet me in the middle, please.
Exactly.
Which Mark does every time.
Right? Oh my god, I love it. Oh man.
Mark's my boyfriend. I forget this is like a new state.
That's right. Laura, you have to introduce a part of your life now too. Who's Mark?
Mark, also known as Marcus, even though his name is not actually Marcus. I call him Pookie. Pooks.
That's adorable.
That's the main one. I call him a bunch of other random names. Batch. I say, hey, Batch. So, Mark's my boyfriend. We've been together for over 5 years. We bought a house last January, so that's where we're at now. We have 2 cats.
Bitch bought a house when the housing market was like fucking bad. But she got a good deal for the most part for what she got. Like, yeah. I'd say you got a pretty good deal for the house that you got. Like, you got a nice house, But like, I was like, bitch, you crazy. She's like, nah, I got this.
Well, it was, we were renting from Mark's parents a cabin we were living in, and they wanted us to move out because they wanted to utilize the cabin. So we had to start looking, and we had a few more like months. We probably had another 6 months in the cabin because they obviously are giving us time to move out or whatever. But we just like saw this house and we didn't want to pass on this opportunity of such a beautiful house. And we were worried that the market was just going to continue to rise, and it did, So it's like
you got it at a good time of when the market was
time,
right before it was complete and utter trash. Like you got it like as it was like
it was still rough, but it was
great.
Getting worse. So
exactly, you got it before it was real bad.
I love this house. It's beautiful, and I honestly love to put the work into a house. I mean, it's obviously expensive, so we gotta money manage that, but it's beautiful and I love it, and I like doing stuff with it, so.
Yeah, and it's yours. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes. I still have to tell myself that. I forget sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to make decisions because I don't want
for me to come down and help you do your office. Because I think once we do your office, that's gonna really unleash the I can do what I want to this place. I'm sorry, I'm watching my cat, Rudo, who's why? What was the point? I have this small little ottoman box. It's like one of those fabric boxes that folds up, but you can put like a little ottoman top on it. Mm-hmm. and she just sat there for the past couple minutes trying to push the top up and off so she could look into it, and then she immediately hopped up onto it.
She's just living her best life, all right?
No, like that. And now she's walked away from it. I just
living her best life.
whatever.
No fucks.
I don't understand. As long as you're happy. But no, we need to get together to do your office, because I think once we do it, you're gonna be like, boom, doing everything. Like, you're gonna be like, I want to do this room, and we're gonna do this to it, and we're gonna do that to it, and you're gonna start planning shit. You're gonna start coming up with ideas.
I need ideas. I feel like this house is kind of complicated just because
I will help you come up with ideas.
Okay, yes, please. I have one idea that I saw. Do you know those like videos of this guy who walks around and says how much do you pay for rent, and it's usually like in New York or something, and then
Yeah.
their houses or their apartments. There's this one apartment I saw where they said that it was the second apartment, they painted it, but it was like an arch around like their couch or bed or whatever, and it just made the wall look really cool and gave a lot of depth. And I just want to do that behind our bed. I think it would be so freaking cool. And so that is one idea I have, but the rest of the house I have no. And then my office, pink. So pink, green, and gold, and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which is
I have ideas for your office already, but we'll come up with some more for the rest of your house, because like, I'm down.
Yes.
I'm down to help with that. Like, I'll help you with all that shit. Like, I don't have my own house to be able to decorate, so like, I want to decorate and do things to this place, but I really can't. So like, let me live vicariously through you. Of like, let's do it. You want to paint? I'll drive 2 hours and help you paint for like 4 to 6 hours. Like, let's go.
Let's go. Yes, if y'all didn't already know, Kaylee's secret wannabe career is definitely like house designing, interior designing.
Listen, I like interior design.
You do, but it's something we kind of discovered about you, unless you're like.
I mean, like, I've already known, I've always liked it, but like.
Right, but like, you can pursue that though.
But ever decide to.
And you're great at already selling stuff, so.
I do for a living. Another fun fact about me, I sell wine for a living. Don't know if I've mentioned that at all in the first episode. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about our jobs a bit.
See? I don't fucking remember anything. Maybe you didn't listen to that episode. Maybe you skipped the first episode. Who knows? You know, maybe
But you probably should. I was like super hyped that day, so I had a lot of anxious energy. I apologize.
It's okay. We are living unapologetically. Well, not really. We're still going to apologize for things. But, you know, I lost my train of thought. Yep. Just like that.
It is gone. What were we talking about?
Interior design.
Yes.
I mentioned that I sell wine for a living. Oh, because I'm good at selling things. Boom. There we go. We have connected the dots. I am not cutting that out. You guys get to sit there and wait for me to put that back together again.
This is what happens.
Story of my fucking life. ADHD, man. Losing your train of thought mid-sentence is the fucking worst, because it happens to me all the time. And I'm like, I was just saying it. Why is it gone? What the fuck?
Well, it's like, also, I forgot it too with you. The second you were like, I don't remember, my brain was like, yeah, me neither. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
I'm glad I wasn't alone, because Jesus fucking Christ. It happens to me all the time. It'll happen to me literally mid-sentence, and I'm like, wait.
Like, where was I going? It's like you walk into the kitchen and you're like, wait, what did I come here for? And you just have to buffer like a video game. It's fine. It'll come back.
Sometimes it doesn't come back right. Like, I have to go back to the living room and sit down, and it's like, oh, fuck, that's right.
You have to get back up.
Yep. Story of my life. Story of my life. But yeah, I am good at selling things. It's literally what I do for a living. That's what I was saying. Yep.
So interior design should be your new one, and you can definitely do it here first. So, and I got this brand new desk, So I want to put that, forget what it's called. I don't know, sticky design type stuff. You press down and boom, it's like fabulous.
The sticko, like stucco.
Something? Oh.
Stucco. I think it's stucco.
There's an actual name for it, and I've used it properly before, but my brain.
I know what you're talking about. But yes, that stuff. We will do that. We will get all the things. Yep. So we're gonna end it here. I think we're gonna stop it here.
Decided.
Yeah, it's getting late. Your girl gotta go to bed. Her day starts
early.
Starts at 4 a.m.
Oh, God.
So we're gonna end it here. It has been fun. I mean, I had fun. I think you had fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. I hope y'all had fun. I hope you keep coming back. I hope you enjoyed the randomness that was this episode. You know, we went from talking to icks to horror movies to random.
Literally forgetting our memories.
Yes. You know, you never know what you're going to get. You never know what kind of conversation is going to happen or what kind of energy or things are going to come to the table. So thank you for joining us. Thanks for listening. Wherever you're listening, if you can rate us helps us, you know, do all the things to promote us. If we have a Facebook or an Instagram made yet, it'll be linked.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Goodbye.